Hello. Okay. Still just learning more about Maou. He's pretty scary. In any case, everyone worked very hard. I talked as if nothing had happened. Only Tsubaki and her father were in the living room. Sorry that I wasn't of any help.
いいの。ありがとう。
Did you do everything that the kidnapper ordered you to do, Tsubaki?
多分途中でアクシデントもあったけど。
Poor girl. Then the perpetrator should release Higaraki.
そうだといいけど。
I wiped the sweat on my forehead and exhaled deeply. Today's work was insanely busy. I can't believe that I had to run all across the city. Gonzou really works me hard.
すまないね、浅井君。こんな時間まで。
Please, don't worry about it. Everyone's in the same boat here. I'll try to help as much as I can from now on. From now on, of course, means the paperwork. Since the ransom has been taken, there's no way the Miwa family can possibly pay back the 50 million. The moment the time limit is up, the owner will immediately take the land as collateral.
あとははるちゃんか。
What did you say?
はるちゃんが犯人を捕まえてくれているかもしれないの。
Right, Usami. That irritating woman. Usami is going to catch the kidnapper, she says. Tsubaki, did you ask her to do that?
きっちりお願いしたわけじゃないけど、はるちゃんの好きにしていいって言ったの。
I see. This girl is an idiot. If you were going to rely on someone like Usami, you might as well have just called the police in the first place. They're many times better than her.
はるちゃん張り切ってたし、きっと良い結果をもたらしてくれると思うんだ。
She said that, opening her deep eyes. It seems that these two women have been playing a cute little game of friendship while I was gone. Anyway, catching the kidnapper would be best. I brushed away a smidgen of worry. When you stop to think for a second, there's no way a girl like Usami could go up against a kidnapper who abducted a child and demanded a ransom and stock certificates. I say that, and I might just be paranoid, but there just seemed to be something about Usami hiding under the surface. It'd be very problematic to me if the kidnapper didn't successfully get the ransom.
あ、噂をすれば来たんじゃない？
I'm feeling okay today. The sound came from the front door.
チワス。
Oh, I was suddenly faced with a monstrous sight. Yo, Usami, why are you sweating so much?
まあ自分基本走り込みが足らないんで。
Spouting her typical nonsense, she rested against the door frame.
浅井さん、ありがとうございました。
Huh?
ロッカーを見張っててもらいましたよね。
Ah, right. When we met on the street by coincidence? Right, the ransom was in the locker, and he told me to guard it.
助かりましたよ、本当。
I didn't see any suspicious people going near it.
そうっすか。お忙しいのに本当恐縮です。
It took around an hour. By Usami's request, I stayed near the station locker. There was still some time before my next meeting, so I did her a favor. After organizing my memory, I calmed down. Oh, and Usami. She didn't seem all that happy. What happened? Well, I can imagine she didn't catch the culprit, at least.
はるちゃん、
Tsubiki gave her hopeful eyes. I don't know when it started, but my palm was full of sweat. Very quickly, Usami lowered her head in front of Tsubiki.
ごめん。犯人には逃げられた。
Usami's expression was twisted by agony. So she does have an expression like that.
気にしないで。はるちゃんがそばにいてくれてるって思うだけで。いや、あんまりそんな余裕なかったけど、とにかく心強かったよ。
It's okay.
ごめん。
I also put on my most cheerful tone. Now come on, don't beat yourself up over it. We did what the kidnapper wanted us to do. We didn't contact the police either. After he gets the ransom, he'll definitely be satisfied and release Hiraraki-kun. At that, Usami suddenly spoke up.
それはないです。
What?
え？
Are you saying that Hiraraki-kun isn't going to come back?
はい。
She said it with no sign of hesitation. Why? I know we can't guarantee that he'll keep his promise, but why are you so sure of it?
そうだよ。犯人は身代金を受け取ったんだから、あとは信じるしか。
Usami slowly shook her head.
犯人はまだ身代金を手にしていない。
What did you say?
どういうことかな。私、ちゃんと指定通りハンバーガーショップの前にケースを置いたよ。他の誰かが勝手に持ってっちゃったってこと？
In the face of Subiki's questions, Usami just continued to shake her head.
椿、今日の朝、家を出るときに私は言ったよな。最悪の場合、身代金だけは奪われないようにすると。そうすれば、たとえ犯人に逃げられたとしても、もう一度交渉のチャンスはあるとか。
Usami nodded.
だからそうさせてもらった。どうやって？覚えがないか？何のこと？
Then Usami slowly reached behind her. Opening the half-closed door behind her, she picked something up.
ケース。
Oh. Tsubiki gasped. It wasn't just Tsubiki. Everyone was looking at Usami in awe. I, who debriefed Tsubiki earlier, have already guessed what stunt Usami pulled. You swapped cases?
さすが財産です。そうです。混雑したセントラル街で、私は椿にぶつかっていったんです。
Oh. Tsubiki seemed to remember.
そういえば、誰かにぶつかって一度ケースを落として。あれはハルちゃんだったの？その時にすり替えさせてもらった。私が用意していたケースの中身は空だ。
That's pretty good. When did you prepare it?
朝一番に椿がケースを購入した後、同じものを買わせてもらいました。6000円は痛かったですが、それはまあどうでもいいです。
What a girl. So the kidnapper took the empty briefcase and got away.
はい。身代金の株券はまだこのケースの中にあります。
So that means Usami had held this briefcase while chasing the culprit. Suddenly, Subiki's father opened his mouth.
それじゃあお金はまだあるんだね。
Oh. It looks like he's still not ready to let go of his land. His words carried a trace of happiness.
はるちゃん。そう。
Subiki sighed, moved. I sighed too, but mine held a completely different meaning from Subiki's. Yeah, that means today was a stalemate.
だといいんですが。
Even though her expression was backed with confidence, there was still a shred of anxiety in her words. Just don't make the kidnapper too angry.
はい。それが怖いです。
Is that all you have to say? Do you even realize that Hiroaki-kun's life is on the line? Meddling little...
浅井君、やめて。はるちゃんは良かれと思って。
浅井君の気持ちもありがたいけれど、あの株券も家族の身体がかかった大切なものなんだ。それを守ってくれたのは素直に喜ばしいよ。
Even Subiki's father cut in. True, sorry. I'll just put up my laudable persona. You thought that he wouldn't release the hostage even if he got the ransom, right, Usami?
はい。犯人魔王は恐ろしく慎重な人物です。もっと言えば身代金を渡そうが渡すまいが人質を返すつもりはないのかもしれません。
Oh, I see how it is then. Since the hostage isn't going to be coming back anyway, might as well keep him from getting the ransom, right? I said it mockingly. How logical. You, Usami, are a woman so truly logical that it's frightening. Usami was silent.
宇佐美さん、警察を頼らなかった時点で責任は全て僕が持つつもりだよ。だからあんまり思い悩まないでね。
そうだよ。たとえ警察の人がいても犯人は捕まえられなかったかもしれないんだから。
I don't like watching scenes like this.
じゃあとりあえず株券を渡してもらおうか。
Subiki's father asked Usami for his family's savings. Usami said that she understood and opened the case. Unimaginable.
どういうことだ。
Her eyes widened. Usami's face was bleached white in an instant. In contrast, a shout of victory welled up in my chest, as if there was a demon baring his fangs inside me, mocking Usami.
ない。
A shocked Usami, and Usami had been turned to stone, murmured.
ない。
Her face was adorned with an expression of defeat.
株券が身代金が消えている。
ちょっと聞いてくれよ、京介ちゃんよ。
Poor Hiroaki. I went to school today.
俺、
we need to
今
save
日
him.
生誕祭なわけだよ。
Huh? Christmas.
どうよ、びっくりしただろう。
Not in the least. What you meant to say is it's your birthday, right?
ほら出せよ、貢ぎ物。
Would some cheap cafeteria food do?
よかねえよ。ブランド物の財布とかにしろよ。
Forget about it, kid. I don't owe you anything. I waved my hand, dismissing him.
ねえ、宇佐美さん、なんかちょうだいよ。
He began to extort from the person sitting in front of me, Usami.
宇佐美さん、僕誕生日なんだよ。
Usami was silent, lost in thought.
誕生日ったら誕生日なんだよ、宇佐美さん。
That was pretty fun. Usami silently held her hand out to Eiichi.
おめでとうございます。
ありがとうって、何これ、福引券？
まあ期限切れてますけど。
ちょっと
代わりに肩たたき券として機能することにします。
肩揉んでくれるの？
はい、いつでも言ってください。
やったー！じゃあ今すぐ揉んでよ。
今っすか？
今。
わかりました。
一度この生意気な女をこき使ってみたかったんだよな。せいぜい俺のために働いてくれや。
Usami stood behind Eiichi. Seeing the two of you right next to each other makes Eiichi look really short. She took my comment as a cue to start massaging.
じゃ、行きますんで。
Hey, it's his birthday, be nice.
はい？
ちょっと手加減して。
ほう。
まだ痛いよ。
すみません、ちょっと考え事してまして。
後で考えてよ。
こんぐらいですかね。っていうか、絵手吉さん、全然肩凝ってないじゃないですか。
そう。
だから痛いんすよ。
宇佐美さんの握力が異常なんじゃない？
Is she really that strong?
いや、ほんと、京介くんもやってもらいなよ。
とりあえず終わります。あまり心地よくなかったようで、申し訳ないです。
Usami returned to her seat. Hey, Usami, come massage me too.
浅井さんは誕生日じゃないでしょ？
Massages are good. Oh, come on, just for a little bit.
嫌ですよ。とりわけ浅井さんは嫌です。
Gosh, you must really hate me. I know you're upset about your failure yesterday, but don't take it out on me.
八つ当たりをしているわけではありませんが、そう思われても仕方がないので、謝ります。
You don't have to apologize. It was nice for her to give a present.
すみませんでした。
She's probably feeling down because she feels responsible for what happened yesterday.
でも、浅井さんに肩もみは嫌です。
She mumbled the rest.
こんなところで。
I ran into Tsubiki in the hall.
おはよう、浅井くん。
Yo, you're coming back to school already?
学園を休んでてもしょうがないから。
True, but are you sure you're okay? Emotionally? Tsubiki looked as steady as always. I could still tell, though, that her stability was a forced facade. Has the kidnapper contacted you? I asked her softly. Is that so? I hope Hiraki-kun's still okay.
とりあえずいつ連絡がかかってきてもいいように携帯電話は持ってきてるよ。
Ah, I see. Don't let the teacher see it, okay? Tsubiki smiled as I finished my sentence.
なんだか悪い子になっちゃった気分だよ。昨日もいろんな人にぶつかったのに謝る暇もなくて。
You couldn't have. Don't worry about it.
警察の人からも逃げちゃったし。
Anyone would run. The kidnapper might have ended the negotiation if you hadn't.
ごめん。ありがとうね。
Cheer up. You did what you could. Oh. I think she needs a hug now. Even so, does the kidnapper even intend to release the hostage? If Tsubiki gets desperate and calls the police, all my work would go down the drain. Oh, right. Apparently it's Eiichi's birthday today.
え？
Her eyes became as round as a softball.
そうだっけ？
She took out her diary and started reading it carefully.
おかしいな。栄一くんのお誕生日は6月のはずだけど。
Seriously? That kid. Actually. Lunchtime rolled around. Eiichi inexplicably held a mountain of presents in his arms.
大量大量だぜ。それにしても京介もマジ忘れっぽい野郎だぜ。予想通り俺の誕生日を勘違いしてやがった。それにしても誕生日が年に2回あるなんて、俺マジホストの才能あるんじゃねえの？
えいちゃん、今日誕生日なの？うん、よかったらなんかちょうだい。何がいい？兄さんに頼んで高級腕時計を買ってもらってよ。それじゃあ私からのプレゼントにならないでしょ。こう見えてものんちゃん、えいちゃんのこと大好きなんだよ。嬉しいな。
冗談じゃねえぞバラ。おめえのせいで何度口を味わわされたことか。
今度手料理作ってあげるね。意外だね。ご飯とか作れるんだ。冷麦とか得意だよ。
バカ野郎、なんで真冬にんな冷てえもん食わにゃならねえんだ。
あとかき氷削るのもうまいよ。スケート選手だけにね。うまいなあ、かのんちゃんは。
Hey, Eiichi.
あ、京介くんに椿ちゃんも。
Eiichi approached Tsubiki.
椿ちゃん元気？学校来れるってことはもういろいろ心配ないんだね。うん、いろいろ迷惑かけたね。いいんだよいいんだよ。それよりプレゼントちょうだい。
Eiichi reached out with open palms as he asked for the present.
そのことなんだけど。
Tsubiki tilted her head.
記憶違いかな。確か栄一くんの誕生日って6月じゃなかったっけ？あれ？ やっぱり私の間違いかな。そう日記に書いてあったから。ごめんね。
あ、いやいや、今日だよ。勘違いしてるんじゃないかな。はあ、危ねえぜ。椿が善人じゃなかったらアウトだったぜ。
This kid is the poster child of true evil. Hey, you.
なんだよこの野郎。おめえには関係ねえだろうが。
But still.
おめえがなんか被害受けたかっつうの。おめえは地球温暖化の被害とかもろ受けてるんかっつうの。大して受けてねえのにしゃしゃりでんなっつうの。
While ET's comment annoys me, it's true that this doesn't affect me.
でも待てよ、この展開。この展開いつものパターンじゃねえの。俺が調子いいと必ず邪魔してくる女が。
絵手吉さん。
来たよ、めんどくせえのが。
AT immediately went into defensive mode.
何かな。今日は僕の誕生日だよ。
いや、それはいいんです。今日ラーメンとか食べに行きませんか？
ラーメン？
はい、浅井さんと3人で。
Why do I have to go? I subconsciously took a step forward.
いいけど、何時くらい？
バイト終わりで9時くらいですかね。
Wait, I'm busy then. I need to report to Gonzou today about selling Suzuki's house to Sannou Corporation. I need to greet the lender and the developers. I have a ton of things on the to-do list.
そこをなんとか。
No way. I bet you were planning on making me pay for everything.
いえ、絵手吉さんの誕生日でもあることですし、今回は私が出します。
あ、そう。ありがとうね。おいおい、これ完全勝利ってやつじゃねえの。気分いいね。
それじゃあそういうことで。
I won't be going. Usami walked away. I could almost see an aura of loneliness coming from her retreating back.
ねえねえ、みんなテレビ見てくれた？テレビ？見てないの？生放送のやつだよ。
Suzuki seemed to have recalled it.
だからあんなに混んでたんだ。そっか。通りで聞いたことがあるような声がしたと思った。
But still, for the kidnapper to aim for that chance.
僕見たよ。かのんちゃん可愛かった。
のんちゃんもまさかあの有名芸能人にお水を渡す日が来るとは思わなかったよ。
Oh, her star-crazed nature shone through, but she looked happy regardless.
なんかね、ひったくり事件が起こったみたいですごかったよ。テレビが来てるのにひったくりするなんて犯人すっごい度胸だよね。
The remaining lunch break consisted entirely of a conversation revolving around Kanon's show-off antics. I rushed to Gonzou's house right after school. That's how it went down. It's been carried out pretty smoothly.
いいだろう。お前のことか。差し押さえた土地をすぐに山王物産に売り渡す手はずは整えているのだろう。
I nodded and lowered my head as though I was grateful. We should be able to sell for higher than originally expected. However, I feel that strengthening our connections with Sannou is far more important than the actual profit from the sale.
あまり尻尾を振りすぎるんだ。
I understand. Still, even Gonzo wouldn't dare ignore Sanou's influence.
5000万の弁済はいつになっている？
There's no interest until after the 10th day, so I just went ahead and used those 10 days as the deadline. In any case, it'll be impossible for them to return 50 million yen within 10 days, so that piece of land is pretty much ours. Of course, it's a totally different story if they can catch the kidnapper and get back their ransom within 10 days.
町金から5000も集めるのは苦労したんじゃないのか。
Thanks to your influence, Father, it went relatively smoothly, and there was no trouble involving credit or collateral.
なるほど。俺を随分と利用したわけだな。
A chill ran up my spine.
身は椿だった。
A chill tore at my stomach. Gonzo moved his head around with an air of laziness.
まさかそんなメスに心を動かしたのではないだろうな。
You must be kidding. I've already given you my word on this, Father. Rest assured, it's impossible. Tsubiki is. I wouldn't call her a hippie, but she's far from a woman that suits me. She would be better suited with a more normal, good-hearted student, not me.
Kyousuke.
As if intimidating a small animal, Gonzo suddenly roared.
野心がいつの間にか恋心に転じることはあるが、恋心が野心に戻ることはない。
I guess that's his way of saying, make sure you have your stuff together.
だが、恋の対象が消えてなくなれば、再び野心も目覚める。
Sure, you are put together, man.
邪魔なら、その女を消してやるぞ。
You might really do it. This monster wouldn't have the tiniest hesitation when taking a life. And he has means and power that don't require hesitation. I'm alright. No worries.
俺も信用はしている。
His stare was dangerous.
だから一つ教えてやる。犯人が要求した白鳥建設の株だが。
Yes?
そろそろ猛烈な勢いで売りに入るぞ。
Selling period? Is the stock price going to drop?
暴落する。
How do you know that? Was what I was going to ask. But on second thought, it wasn't that surprising that Gonzo had some insider information. So the ransom the kidnapper took isn't worth 50 million anymore. In other words, Tsubiki's family has already been forced into the pit of despair. They won't be able to return the 50 million even if they get the shares back. Selling shares when the stock's all but tanked is practically impossible, so there's already no way the Miwa family could obtain 50 million yen in cash. But why?
お前の学園に警察の捜査が入っている。詳しくは近く新聞でも読むがいい。
I understand, but what a funny kidnapper.
そう思うか。
Yes, the shares that he obtained through such difficulty aren't worth all that trouble in the end.
あるいは知っていたのかもしれん。
Gonzo greased his thick eyebrows.
白鳥建設の株価が落ちることは少しでも山王物産に関わっている人間なら誰でも予測できたことだろうからな。
Really? But wouldn't that mean the kidnapper didn't kidnap for...
そんなことは最初から分かっていただろう。
I just realized that I wasn't interested in the kidnapper's motives or purpose. I was just thankful for this this devil's assistance. I gave it no further thought than that. I suppose that's true. If he was in it for the money, there are a lot of richer families. Even with Subiki's family owning land, the center of much attention right now, why would they be the target of such a crime?
金の価値というものはそれを持つ人間にとって千差万別だ。例えば俺やお前にとって5000など大した額ではないが。
50 million is quite a lot to me, father.
その一家にとっては身を切るような大切な金だ。
In other words, father, you believe that the real intent behind the kidnapping is to drive Subiki's family out?
犯人はその一家が不幸になって得をする人間だ。例えば
He made a fierce, bestial look at me as he paused. He means to say someone like me.
例えばの話だがな。
His deep, dark laughter echoed in the room.
しかしそうなると腑に落ちない点もある。
Excuse me?
犯人はなぜ身代金を奪ったのだろうな。
Oh. Right. If the kidnapper knew Shiratori construction stocks were going to drop, why did he go through all that trouble to get the ransom? You have a point. The kidnapper achieved his goal the moment the 50 million yen were changed into shares.
しかも身代金誘拐などという警察の足のつきやすいやり方を選んでいるのも不潔だ。一家に金を吐き出させたいだけなら盗みにでも入った方がまだ安全だ。
Still, this man is getting more and more fearsome.
何か犯人の余裕というか狂のような匂いがするな。
How did Gonzou come up with such a detailed hypothesis going only on what I told him? I guess that just proves that violence alone wasn't all he needed to get to where he is today. Now, for an unknown reason, this word escaped my mouth.
Huh?
Gonzou didn't overlook this word. No, a girl called Usami transferred to our school recently, and she claims that the kidnapper is Maou.
根拠は
She says the kidnapper made contact with a cell phone Maou gave her a few days earlier.
ほう。
But father, Usami has some, shall we say, psychological issues. I was thinking this might just be her imagination. Gonzou gently closed his eyes.
お前の話を聞けば妄想に取りつかれるほど宇佐美と魔王の間には因縁があるということになるな。
No. Well, Usami did say once that they were connected somehow.
ならばその因縁とやらを探れ。
So I'll have to open my heart and talk with Usami. I thought of Usami's elusive attitude. This is going to be a headache.
魔王の目的は案外その宇佐美という女かもしれんぞ。
Yeah, right. Why would a strong figure like Maou be targeting a worthless girl like Usami? Wait, I can't be sure that she doesn't have anything worthwhile. Suddenly, the cell phone in my shirt pocket started vibrating. I wouldn't dare answer a phone in the presence of Gonzou.
そうか。 どうもお前からメスの匂いがすると思ったが、その女か。
Gonzou seemed almost pleased.
しかし京介よ、まさか魔王を捕まえるという仕事を忘れているわけではあるまいな。
Never. Though it is true that I have it on low priority. The task currently on my hands is more important than looking for some devil I don't even know. Well, it's about time for me to go.
ああ、いい報告を期待しているぞ。
I took a deep bow and left Gonzou's house. I checked my call history after leaving the house. Apparently, it was Eiichi. Usami's probably with him. Going to get some ramen with them would be a complete waste of time, but I was just subjected to Gonzou's lecturing. Maybe I should call Eiichi back. No, wait. The true identity of Maou has nothing to do with me. I'm not about to expose myself to spending time with that irritating Usami just for a tip or two. Maybe I should blow them off and head to Tsubiki's house for a check-in. I need to keep an eye on them. It'll be bad news if they get desperate and call the police. What should I do? This might seem like a trifling matter, but this decision will greatly affect the actions I take from here on out. I kinda want to go with Tsubiki. She's so in danger right now. Yeah, let's get involved with Tsubiki, my friend. Well, in any case, I shouldn't bother this late. Maybe I should just leave it for tomorrow. I'll meet up with Eiichi tonight. I wouldn't want to bother Tsubiki too much. Eiichi and Usami were waiting for me in front of the ramen place.
僕らほんとお腹空いてるんだよ。ねえ、宇佐美さん。
はい、今日は朝から何も食べてませんので。
Are you pinched for money?
いえ、こんなんでも食欲がない時はあるのです。
You have money though, right? At least enough to treat Eiichi? Usami raised her chin proudly.
あります。お給金をいただきましたので、浅井さんにもおごって差し上げましょうか？
I'll pass. I don't want to owe someone something just for some silly ramen.
さすが、ボンボンは違うね。
Actually, now that I think about it, since when do you eat things besides junk food, Eiichi?
興味のない女と一緒なら食うんだよ。食わなきゃ死ぬだろうが。じゃあお店に入ろっか。いっぱい食べちゃうぞ。
H さん、大盛りとかはなしの方向で。できればトッピングとかもなしの方向で。
ちょっと
すみません、お金下ろしてくるの忘れてました。財布の中に1000円しかないんです。
せっかくの僕の誕生日なのに。
わかりました。自分は食べないので代わりに何でも食べてください。
あ、そう？おい、なんだよこれ、薄気味悪いぜ。こいつ実はちょっといいやつだったりするわけ？
どうぞ。
Usami handed Eiichi the 1,000 yen bill. Huh? There was something unusual about Eiichi's hesitation. Could even this kid be affected by a guilty conscience?
ありがたく食べさせてもらうね。
I suppose that was asking for the impossible.
俺ぐらいの鬼畜者になるとよ、女を騙して金をせびることくらい朝飯前なわけよ。
I had no intention of helping Usami, but... Suppose Ichi's eyes are let it be. No, I'm just gonna let it. Oh well, it's not my money. Ichi happily took the money from Usami.
じゃあ外で待ってますんで。
Usami crossed her arms and sat down by the roadside. It was as if her whole body was screaming a pitiful, horrible plea. I'm hungry.
宇佐美さん、じゃあこうしようよ。
はい。
一杯のラーメンを二人で食べるとか。
そんなカップルみたいな真似させるんすか？いや、そんなカップル見たことないっすよ。
あ、じゃあどっか別の定食屋行く？牛丼とかどう？
What's happened to this guy? He must have started to feel guilty.
栄一さんがそう言うなら、まあわかりました。
ちくしょう！なんだよ今日のオルちゃんは！鬼畜者の風上にも置けねえぜ！
If we're going someplace else, let's hurry. I'm pretty busy, you know. I exited the restaurant after the late night dinner was finished. Well, I'll see you at school.
じゃあね。
I was stopped as I turned to leave.
ちょっと待ってください、浅井さん。
What for?
今日、浅井さんに集まってもらったのは他でもない。
いや、僕もいるけど。
Usami adjusted her hair and said,
ちょっと聞きたいことがあるんです。
About yesterday? Where did the ransom go? It must have bothered her all night.
はい。すなわち、ケースの中の株券はいつどこでどうやって消えたのか。
Or if I know. The details Tsubiki had told me about resurfaced in my mind. It happened at 9:30 last night, right? Central Boulevard was all messed up because of Kanon's show.
はい。その時、ハンバーガーショップの前に置かれたケースが魔王に持ち去られました。
Did Tsubiki put it there?
はい。
But you'd already switched out the briefcase with one you prepared, right?
はい。ですから、私がすり替えるより前の段階で、すでに株券はケースの中から消失していたということになります。
I see. How did the kidnapper get the ransom? This has nothing to do with me, but it sparks my curiosity.
ちょっと僕、話についていけないんだけど。
The 50 share certificates were all placed in an envelope, correct?
はい。
You're positive Tsubiki placed the shares in the briefcase in the first place.
その瞬間をこの目で確かに見ました。椿はデパートでケースを買って、その場で株券の入った封筒をケースの中にしまいました。
Did Tsubiki ever check the contents of the briefcase afterward?
していないそうです。今日の昼に聞いたんですが、 株券をしまってから椿は一度もケースを開けていないそうです。
So Subiki just assumed that the shares were still inside the briefcase while she was running around the city.
私もですが。
She scratched her head and smiled ironically.
ねえ、僕も仲間に入れてよ。
So, what do you want to ask? Kusami frowned when she heard my prompt.
ズバリ聞きますよ、浅井さん。
She took a step forward.
昨日、ケースは2度、駅構内のコインロッカーに預けられました。
Right.
1度目は昼、椿が電車に乗って桜扇町に向かった時、2度目は夜、椿が東区の公園に向かった時です。
And?
問題となる駅のロッカーですが、1度目は私が見張っていました。不審者が近づいた様子はありませんでした。2度目はどうでしたか？
So that's what she wanted to say. Kusami had asked me to stay by the lockers yesterday. I didn't spot anyone strange near it.
細身で背が高く、黒いコートを着た男を見ませんでしたか？
Is that the kidnapper?
はい、魔王です。
Because you know, there are plenty of tall, thin guys with black coats around here. About how old is he? Kusami replied with confusion.
謎です。青年だと思います。
Early 20s? Older?
謎です。後ろ姿だけしか見てませんから。ただ、最近の若い男性はみんな背が高くて細くて、何歳なのかわからないですしね。
Apparently, Usami doesn't have anything conclusive on Maou. Alright, I get it. Point is, I didn't see a man like that while I was guarding it.
変装してたんじゃない？
Ichi popped out.
いや、よくわかんないけど、混ぜて欲しかっただけ。
No one approached the locker, in any case.
確かですか？
I felt a piercing gaze against which even my deepest secrets have no protection. Okay, against which, yes. Absolutely, well, I was a bit tired at the time, so I might have been a little out of it.
それだ！京介くんが犯人を見逃したんだ！
I apologize if that turns out to be the case.
いえいえ、自分も犯人を捕まえられなかったわけですから。
Still. Hadn't Subiki already locked the locker?
はい。椿はその鍵を持って市内を走り回り、東区の公園に現れました。
Well then, this is a non-issue. Nobody could have opened the locker and stolen the ransom without the key.
おっしゃる通りです。
Usami nodded in agreement. She's playing with her hair again. Have you hit an impasse?
そういうわけでもないんですが。
Then you've got an idea? Usami went silent. What? Don't tell me you're suspecting me again. I laughed as I tested the waters.
確かに京介くんは細身で背が高いよね。
And to tell the truth, I have a black coat too. Usami didn't laugh.
ねえねえ宇佐美さん、京介くんがなんで椿ちゃんの弟を誘拐するっていうの？
Yeah, why do I have to be the one with idle enough hands to do something like that?
犯人の動機は未だ謎が残っています。そういった意味で行き詰まっていますね、私は。
Since you look so troubled, let me tell you some juicy news. This is rapidly becoming a pain in the butt. The stocks of shiratory construction that the kidnapper specified. Usami started playing with her hair again. I've heard they're going to plummet. Usami's fingers, lost in her long hair, suddenly stopped swirling.
本当ですか？
Not in the least.
どうしてそんなことを？
I heard it from Papa.
なら、魔王は今頃悔しがっているんでしょうか？
I don't know about that. Shiratory construction's stock drop could be predicted by anyone with the tiniest relation to it. Usami interrupted me.
株価が落ちるのを知っていて、身代金に指定してきたということですか？
It's pretty out there, I know.
なるほど。
She sighed. Just something to ruminate on. I don't know that word. Usami took her deepest bow yet. Anyway, all we can do at the moment is pray that Tsubiki's brother returns safely. Ruminate.
ですね。
You could say ponder or think or something. It turned out the conversation began to wind down.
どうもすみませんでした。失礼します。
Usami left.
っていうか、まだ弟誘拐されたまんまなの？やばくね？
It's getting late. This is the Tsubiki part already. He demanded that she keep it secret even from her parents. But that night, Tsubiki moved silently toward a nearby park. Alone, she told her father she would be taking a walk. Although she never was good at lying, she wasn't scolded. Perhaps her father was too worked up over worrying about Hirayaki's safety. Her cell phone had rang that day as she returned home in the evening. Tsubiki had been summoned. As she thought she might be able to get her brother back, she obeyed. She sat on the specified bench, awaiting Hirayaki's appearance in the kidnapper's voice. A voice came from behind her. Do not turn around. Its commanding tone forced a shiver up her spine. Though she hadn't sensed anything, the man was already behind Tsubiki.
まず初めに言っておく。
It was the voice from the calls. A voice she'd heard many times. Sure enough, it was the kidnapper.
興奮して後ろを振り向くなよ。私の顔を見たら大好きな弟が明日の朝刊に乗ることになる。
Tsubiki couldn't help but get nervous. The kidnapper was right behind her.
返事はどうした？
わかりました。
聞き分けが良くていい。
Tsubiki felt like running away from this place.
今まで全部言うことを聞いてきました。ですから今度はあなたの番です。
Her knees trembled in fear. The terror overwhelmed even her throat as it vainly attempted to form coherent words.
弟、返してください。
A sigh from behind her penetrated her ears.
全部言うことを聞いた。だと？
お金も渡しました。警察にも通報しています。
Tsubiki slowly explained the situation. What could the kidnapper possibly be discontent with?
では、なぜ宇佐美春が邪魔をしてきたのだ？
え？
宇佐美が 私を捕まえようとした。知らないわけではないだろう。
True, Haru had chased the kidnapper along Central Boulevard. She had also swapped the briefcases containing the ransom. Could this have angered the kidnapper? Tsubiki came clean.
ハルちゃんはあなたを捕まえると言っていました。
それを許したのか？
はい。
Tsubiki immediately began to wonder if she might have made the wrong choice.
ハルちゃんはあなたを捕まえようとしたり、ケースをすり替えたりしました。それを怒ってらっしゃるんですか？
ケースをすり替えたりか。
He laughed through his nose.
キューバの仕掛けにしてはよく頑張った方だな。
Even so, it was all in vain against such a talented criminal. The kidnapper had already taken the ransom some time before them.
しかし椿、もし宇佐美の手口が功を奏し、まんまと身代金を取り戻していたらどうなっていたと思う？
どうって。
Tsubiki didn't know. All she knew for certain was that his voice, his horrific voice which crushed and subdued one's spirit, was capable of inspiring endless
お
depths
前
of
は
terror.
私に身代金を渡すと約束した。だが一方で裏切っていた。そういう人間に報いを与えるべきだと私が思っても何ら不思議はないだろう。
すみませんでした。
She loosed torrential words of apology, swift and profuse.
宇佐美はこう言ったのだろう。身代金を渡したが最後、弟は戻らないと。
はい。人質はリスクの塊だからと。
私はきちんと返すつもりだったのにな。
Maou sighed.
考えてもみろ。人質を返さないということは殺害するということだ。
Each hair in Tsubiki's body stood on end.
いい加減分かってほしいが、私は警察とことを構えるつもりはない。警察を頼るな。それだけはしつこく念を押しておいたはずだ。
はい。
人質が帰ってこなかったらお前たちはどうする？今度こそ警察を頼るだろう。人を一人殺すというのは大変なことだ。必ず足がつく。
Mao's casual description of such monstrosities was far too detailed and concise for comfort. This subconscious realization sent Tsubiki's stomach reeling, as she could no longer attempt to fathom his words without becoming ill. Tsubiki caved in and accepted his claims.
お前は宇佐美にそそのかされたということだな。
そんなつもりは、ハルちゃんはただ良かれと思って。
それは違う。
The kidnapper interrupted.
宇佐美が私を捕まえようとしたのはお前たちのためではない。支援だ。
Chill tainted the
知り
air.
たいか？
Tsubuki couldn't answer the kidnapper's question. Her silence stirred up laughter from the darkness.
そんなことより弟を返してほしそうだな。
These words flung her back toward her mission. Lightly curling her stiff fingers, Tsubuki nervously asked.
返してもらえるんですか？
The adversary replied with a sigh which suddenly transformed into another bout of
お前
laughter.
が私の言う通りにすればな。
His wild laughter took a tight grip of Tsubuki's heart. That condition had been more of a threat than a request. Tsubuki's lips were shivering. She could no longer feel the chill in the air. She thought only of getting as far away from here as she could. She vaguely sensed a feeling of disgust as this man through the haze of fear. Maou. She remembered the time when Haru mentioned this name. Maou reached out his claws and closed the distance between Tsubuki and himself. Tsubuki always looked into her partner's eyes when upholding a conversation, yet the courage to turn back, the courage to face the terror behind her, was entirely absent in Tsubuki at the moment. The wind blew. Maou whispered softly into her ear. Okay, that's enough. Good luck. We need to help Tsubuki. We really do. Bye.